Hey everybody, it's your girl Ava Cherie. A lot of my clients have actually come from the accountability side of the game, but more of them have come from the deliverance and holding themselves accountable with the witchcraft and putting love spells on people, men and women. But I want to say this, that in my past, I had a relationship, and throughout my marriage, this person would pop up via social media and leave flattering comments. Back in the day, we call it jocking. But anyway, I know what kind of altars and what kind of beliefs this person has. And he would go back and forth with me about that's not black magic, dark magic. But I'm going to say this, you'll feel it in your spirit. And how I know that God covers me, how I know who I am. Also, how when you're attached to the wrong person, that is a crack in the door for things to come in to test you and tempt you. But it doesn't mean you're going to surrender. And it doesn't mean that it has to get in. Because when I would see the comments in the DM, I would close the door. But what was interesting, when I would read the comment, he would be like, why are you hesitating to respond? I believe those deities give people unique perspectives and see in that realm that they're operating in. So you have the mediums, the psychics, the prophets, or whatever. Anything can cross over from light to dark, right? It's just a matter of how people misuse their gift. You know, although I've forgiven him for past transgressions towards me, I haven't allowed access to me though. He would go under false pages just to get into my public pages. But like I would read it weeks later, leave it unread for a long time on purpose. And the minute I would go in there, he was like, you don't have to tell me you're not happy. I'm like, yo. And it would be at the time when there was a fracture in my marriage, when there was something going on, when we was just like at odds severely, that this message would pop up. I didn't even respond. And I swear to you, instantaneously, you could see the bubbles. And it was almost like, I was like, damn, do he have a prompt to know that I'm reading it? Like, this crazy. But I realized it wasn't crazy at all. I knew that I had to shut it down at every angle. No matter what people tell you, oh, you know, that's just folk tales and you taking it too serious. I know, I could tell from my ex what spirit was operating in him and how he could see before I said what I was going to say. It almost felt like the dark energy prepares them and give them insight on what it is that you're getting ready to rebuke or whatever it is you're going to take to the word against the attack. And then they come up with some manipulative behavior. I used to be like, Satan be equipping his people like God equipped his people. Like they be knowing sometime. And I think that's when I realized it was a form of witchcraft, narcissism, borderline personality disorders or spirits, because they know. It's almost like they're fortune tellers. You can't ignore the signs. I'm just going to leave it there for right now. God's love and God's peace to you all.